Evening guys, it's Paul here again from my YouTube art tutorial channel. Hope you're well. This is going to go out on day 8 on Monday of the UK lockdown school closures. Tonight I'm going to do a quick example of a character from Guardians of the Galaxy. So I'm going to look at Groot. He's the cute one that's made out of a branch of a tree, I think. So let's get on with it anyway. We're going to do this quite small so it doesn't take long. And you could do it as large as you like. So again, this is a chibi, Japanese chibi piece of art. So we're going to do the head first. Just goes like this. And go out here. Round. This goes like a branch of a tree. So we'll go up like this, down, over, curve this round to there, and then we'll go straight down and go straight across. Okay, so now what we want to do is just do a very small branch of a tree, like this. There we go. Now this is dead easy. We're just going to literally do from about, you want to go about here and here. Try and have the same amount of space there and there, really. Round about correct. Just going to go little diagonal and then straight down here. Okay, same again. We're going to go out like this and then down like this. Okay, see if we can get this and this similar. Okay, now we want to do from here, we're going to curve and we're going to start this here, and you want the same amount of space there. Okay, and this will go out to about there. Okay, same again, we're going to go out, down, and then around, and go down into here. Okay, now what we need to do is to go to there and to there, and then we're going to go up, across and down. There you go. So that's basically Groot. All you've got to do then is 2 circles. Because it's chibi, Japanese chibi art, it's like oversized eyes and really cute eyes. So if you can do you could draw around something that's perfectly circular if you wanted to. You don't have to have them perfectly circular, but we do that. And then what you want to do is have the same. Sometimes I'll just draw a really thin line across here like this, and another one there. Okay, something like that. You could use a ruler if you wanted to. And then, if this is this far away, then you've got to have about the same there. So what we can do is 4 dots, this, there, and then we try and curve it around just inside these dots maybe. So you know you've pretty much got the same size eye. Okay, it's not be absolutely perfect, but it's going to look way better than doing it freehand. There we go. And then you can do whatever. I'll do a little smile on him there. Okay. Now, just back up to this for a minute. We'll do a straight line down here to match this one. Okay. We'll then curve this around, trying to make it look like a broken branch, really. Down in there. I'm going to do a line like that, a line like that, And then from here, we're just going to have a line like that, okay? Maybe bring this down a little bit further. There we go. Now ideally, you'll do another circle inside here, and another one here, slightly smaller. You do another one here, same size as this one, and another one here. There you go. So, we've just got to do some tips of his branches now. So these are kind of new bits of growth on his body. And this, like this, okay. Maybe a branch like this. There we go. So, now to the colouring. So, you want a lightish brown, really. I don't know whether this is here. This is good. This colour's good. A lighter brown, maybe. Let's see if we've got a slightly darker brown. This is probably better, this kind of shade. Okay. So all we're doing now is working through, shading in as best we can. Now what we want you to do is leave these top edges, because these are going to be green. Okay. Like moss growing on or maybe some kind of algae growing up the tree. Okay, and the rest of this is going to be light brown, just nice and light. You don't want to do it too dark. If you saw my sloth a couple of nights ago, did that quite light. Okay, so you want it looking like a tree really. So we'll shade up to that line here at the top where the green's going to be. Again, sometimes I do the ink before, marker ink before. I'm going to use a Stabilo fine liner for this one. Maybe use a thicker one for this, actually, thicker black pen. Hope you've had a good weekend anyway. Back to homeschooling tomorrow, Monday. Probably lots of homework to do, or working from home if you're a parent or an adult without children. If you're a child in school, you're probably going to have some work to do. So if you can get a little bit of time to yourself this week, have a go at some of these videos. See if you can, what I'm trying to do is aim for 100 subscribers by the end of next week, just as a little personal target. So if you could find any friends or family members that would like this kind of thing, just ask them to subscribe. There's a subscribe button on each of the videos now, so make it a bit easier for you to find my artwork on YouTube. There's a lot of, obviously a lot of people on YouTube. So I think I'm just going to show you how, because at the moment this doesn't look great, how a little bit of pen makes a massive difference at this stage. So I've probably not got the right shade of brown really. Probably need a bit lighter brown, this like a creamy brown maybe. I'm going to get the trusty grey out in a minute. Okay, so what we're going to do now is just going to show you, if we can, the difference that a bit of pen makes on this kind of art. So I'm using a Stabilo 0.88 fine 0.4 marker pen. You can use any kind of black if you want to. You could even do a brown if you've got one instead. But Groot tends to be in chibi form, Japanese art. He tends to be in black ink around the outside edges. You want to be try and be quite quick on this. You don't need to take forever on this. It doesn't have to look absolutely perfect. a bit of a thicker line going down here, I think. There we are. Thicker lines sometimes look good. There we go. A thicker line in here. There we are. Okay. So we're going to go around this now. Don't forget about these wiggly lines this side. There we are. Around the eye. I'm going to colour this in black in a minute. So I'm going to go around the eye there. Around this eye. Around his left and his right eye. There we are. Around this. I'm going to leave those white. Around those. And then we're going to just do a little smile there. Okay. And then let's just do his body while we're at it. Okay, down and round. Down and round. And then we do a curve there. It'll make it look really good. Do a curve in here. I'll give you a little bit of depth. So if you get into a cave, a little bit of depth, a little bit of definition on the drawing there. Just so you want to show him that he's got legs really. So these bits of new growth are really important. In the film Guardians of the Galaxy, other films, he tends to grow back when instead of dying, he grows back, as in if he was an actual tree. So that's what we'll try and achieve on this kind of art now. Now obviously if I've got a bit more time, I do a lot more shading here. I don't want to see any white space. So nice and light through there, but see if you can make sure you get all the white covered up. Okay. There we are, there's the basics done. Just put a little bit of colour in here. Make it look like a tree if you want to in a little minute. I'm going to put some more detail over the top of this in a minute. Okay, so let's just do this quickly. See if you can shade in the same direction like I'm doing here. Don't worry here now about going over the lines unless this is why it's good. You've got the black in there because this is brown as well. On this side. There we are. And we're going to go through to the bottom edge here. Okay. There we go. So a little bit of brown on this. We're going to go, I think that's a little bit of brown up here. There we are. So this is where it gets a little bit trickier. If you're very young, you might need help with the next bit, just to make it look like a broken branch. Okay, so I'm carrying my ink here. You could use a black pencil crayon for this bit if you wanted to, but I'm going to just carry on with my fine line marker. The only issue with using a crayon here at this point is it tends to be very difficult to stay inside the lines here in the circle this kind of small. Don't worry too much, you can always go over the outside edge with a darker brown if you wanted to around his eyes. As you know, most the bark of most trees, there's all sorts of different shades of brown and greens and greys in there, so this is only a cartoon, so you can be as imaginative as you want to, really. There we are. So there's Groot. Now this is simply about putting some lines in here now. So what you want to do is to do the lines this direction, like this. Line down there, curve line here, one line there, curve around here, one straight line up there, Okay, maybe curve this down a little bit more. Now, from here I want you to go round and up, and then round here, around and up. Okay, now one line there, another line there, curve like this, and a curve like that. Okay, now from the top of his leg here, you want to go up to about there, and then continue up, and then bring this line down there. Okay, put one line in there, put a little triangle in here to suggest some kind of a thorn. Okay, and then from here you want to see this where it meets his body here, you want to try and do this line across there like that. Okay, and then wiggly line down there, small line coming in here. Okay, now that's so you can see the effect I'm going for here. So from here now we're going to go up to there, going to go across. Okay, now we're going to go bit of a wiggle, diagonal across here, and then going to go down. Do a little spike there. Okay. Now from here we're going to go back up again, about like that. Okay. Now I'm going to make him look like he's got some pecs. So we're going to go across here and then up. 3 pecs. Okay, so nearly done now. We're just going to do from this one, going to do a line like this. From here we're going to go this way. From here we're going to go down and across like this. Give you a bit of shade underneath in a minute, just to show that he's on some kind of maybe some grass. That'd be quite good. Do some grass all the way down here. Okay, so just a bit of green now, and then we're pretty much done. Okay, so bring in this green now. This is where it'll look a little bit more like a tree, hopefully. A little bit of green through here. Green at the top of this branch, green above here. Blend it into the brown if you want to. It's the kind of thing I'd probably do. There we go. Just noticed I've perhaps missed a line or two at the top here. And there we are, and that's Groot. So just bring another line down here just to. There we go. So Groot, now I think I'd do a darker brown in here, bottom of his face, just to make it look like a bit more cartoony in way, so we can see the fact that he's got a head, not just one continuous head and body really, so we've got a bit of definition, a bit of a difference between the head and the rest of him. So these pecs as well, you go round with shading like this, around this side with shading as well. So I'm just using a darker brown now, just to shade the top of this. There we go, a little bit more brown, darker brown in this corner here. There we are, a little bit more darker brown there. A little bit more darker brown down this side here, all the way down to the bottom of his arm, and then the same on this side. There we go. Darker brown at the bottom here, where his roots would be going into the ground. A bit darker here, there we are. And then just a bit darker across the middle here. There we go. A little bit darker here. Again, a little bit more darkness through there. That's much better, that's excellent that. And then we'll do some darker patches here now. Okay, some darker brown down the side of this. Below there. Below this one. To the side and below this one. And the same over here. Okay. There we are. And that's, I think, a little bit darker green maybe. So we've got this lighter green, and what I'll try and do is bring a bit of darker kind of green up here. Same again here. Same again across the top there. There we go. Just on the edges here now. Just on the edges. There we are. That's fab. Right, a little bit of extra green on now. So we've got this new bud. A new bud here. And then this branch green into the brown. And a new bud on his arm here. Okay, so there's our Groot. I am Groot. Okay. So, if you wanted to do a little bit of grey work, I'd probably go grey across the bottom here. Something like this. I've got a silvery grey here. These Faber-Castell pencil crayons are excellent. They come with some a big box of pencil crayons, but some of them are kind of shiny, sparkly. Quite like that. So we'll just do something like this to suggest that he's got some shadow there. A little bit of green in the background maybe. Something like that. There we are. Maybe a bit darker flecks. There we are, and there is Groot. So, I've just done a guideline at the top there, just so I didn't go above the camera when I was drawing. There's Groot. I am Groot. So again, find somewhere to sign it. I don't know, I don't really want to spoil this one, so I might sign it over here in the grass maybe. And that's Groot. Having a lovely day, guys. Hope everything's safe and sound at home. Make sure you keep your safe social distances at the moment. The numbers of infected with coronavirus, COVID-19 is going up every day. And unfortunately, the number of people dying is going up as well. So just make sure you stay safe and sound and stay in your home environment if at all possible. Only go out for emergencies or food runs maybe once a week. Anyway, I think what I'm going to do next is a chameleon. So enjoy the rest of your day and see you soon.